I don't make videos like this on my channel, but this matter is so important to me I must. If you're watching this video, you know about Visa, PayPal, and these payment processors censoring adult video games. The majority of us are in agreement that these companies should not be allowed to dictate what you can and can't do with your money. We know that the reasons for why they are doing this is because of an activist group to protect women and children is bullshit. Let's be real, banning someone from purchasing a fictional game with glamorized sexualization of fictional women is not helping real women. Women under the Taliban still have no rights, and women in European countries are still getting raped. We may not care about these type of games, we may not buy them, but we believe people should have a right to get them. And we know this will extend even further beyond adult games if left unchecked. Imagine politicians using this. There's always the ones that say video games cause violence. You know how GTA games always have a bunch of controversy when they release? I'm just saying, this will get bad with payment processors involved. I want to make this quick. There is actually something you can do to fight against this unchecked power. It's so frustrating to me no large content creator has talked about this. They talk about the topic and they hate it, but not how to fight it. There is a bill draft in Congress that fights against payment processors. Section 401, Fair Access to Banking Act. This bill, as it says on congress.gov, this bill places restrictions on certain banks, credit unions, and payment card networks if they refuse to do business with a person who complies with the law. Restrictions include prohibiting the use of electronic funds transfer systems and lending programs, termination of an institution's depository insurance, and specified civil penalties. Banks and other specified financial institutions are allowed to deny financial services to a person only if the denial is justified by a documented failure of that person to meet quantitative, impartial, risk-based standards established in advance by the institution. This justification may not be based upon reputational risks to the institution. The bill establishes the right for a person to bring a civil action for a violation of this bill. In summary, if I am getting this right, payment processors can only block transactions if the person is in violation of the law. The bill states payment processors can still block payments based on terms of services, but those terms cannot be because of reputation safety or branding. So when Visa Japan said they're going to block adult content for brand safety, if this bill is passed, that in America would be in violation of this bill. And do you know what isn't illegal? Pornography, fictional depiction of violence, and video games. As I'm making this video, itch.io was attacked by PayPal, forcing them to hide all adult content or else they won't do business with itch ever again. This bill fights against this type of threats as well. This bill was drafted in February by Senator Kevin Cramer of North Dakota. This man had the foresight to see this happening, though this has already been an ongoing issue for a year now. It's just only gotten worse and will get worse. So what can you do about this bill? Well, we need to get the attention of Congress that people want this bill passed. You need to contact your state representatives and tell them you want this bill. I'll provide everything in the video description, so here's how you can do it. Oh yeah, to make something clear, you will need to fill out your personal information. First name, last name, and any field that is required. You are contacting real politicians. Do not fill out fake information or fill out spam. This will damage the legitimacy of the bill. If you don't want to give that info out to them that they already have, then don't bother. Also, if it isn't obvious, only Americans can do this. A senator isn't going to care about what someone outside of their country has to say. They also aren't going to care what someone in another state has to say. So you shouldn't be contacting a senator in South Dakota while you're in Texas, for example. The only reason to contact another senator is to probably contact the man himself, Kevin Cramer, to emphasize the importance of this bill more than ever. So now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let me tell you how to actually do this. Go to senate.gov, find the Senators tab, and open up Contact Your Senators. You have 3 tabs up here. You want to pick your state where you live, so for this demonstration, I will choose Florida. This will bring up all the senators of the respective state. I don't need to do anything else. Click the contact button underneath the senator and it will bring you to their website. I want to make another thing clear. Every website will be different. What you're looking for is a contact button. Now some contact buttons will take you straight to the contact. Such as Rick Scott, I click the button, I'm already at the contact page, whereas Ashley just takes me to her main page. But thankfully, the contact button is right there, and then I will click share your opinion to let her hear what I want as a voter. So now you will need to fill out your information. Some senators require certain information, while others won't. In Rick's case, I don't need to give my city, suffix, or phone number. Now comes the tricky part, the subject of the message itself. Again, I have a template in the description below, you just need to paste it and edit it to fit your senator and name respectively. First, the topic, we will pick judiciary since this is passing a law. Now we paste the first part of the template, the subject. Now the message itself. Scroll to the top of the message and begin making the respective edits. Everything in bracket, just fill out what it needs to be. Scroll back to the bottom and fill out your full name and your city and state. Finally, click submit, which I won't since this was just a demonstration. Now just repeat this process with the other senator. There is no reason to only message one of them. There you have it, and now we just hope enough people do it to get the attention of Congress. I really implore sharing this around to large creators. Speak about it on social media, to friends, family, just get people to make their senators aware of this bill and hope it gets passed. Of course, it's important to know that drafts change over discussion. Things could be made more lenient or more strict. At worst, it could still allow processors to get away with what they're doing still. But we got to try rather than just sit around and agree with each other. We need to act. I value art a lot. This isn't just about video games, but art as a whole. Artists, whether it's a drawing or a video game, have been getting screwed over more and more. First, we had processors declare to block adult content, with artists having to go hush-hush to get away with commissions. Gumroad banned adult content shortly after, but at least competitors existed. Mod websites banning mods for political or adult reasons, despite having filters to let users not engage with that type of content. The game industry censoring themselves, and now this. It's looking bleak. As I said before, I think this will go beyond adult content. It will go to normal video games. GTA can be at danger, games involving more heavy topic stories, games having to reduce violent visuals can all happen. It doesn't need to be just video games. How about people? The internet deems someone evil for not sharing the same opinions, block them from getting paid, block them from getting donations. I don't want to fearmonger things that haven't happened, but if all it takes is an activist group to get payment processors to do the will of a minority against the will of the majority, can you really blame me? You need to act. You need to let your senators know, and you need to push against these processors. I'm Slimeakku, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.